Good morning, day 2 of our book study. I'm Sandy Kozlowski and I'm the founder of MyRealBodyYoga.com. Day 2 of our 40 Days to Personal Revolution, a book study that we're doing, a book written by Baron Baptiste. Okay, so I'm not planning on lying to you through this. This is not meant to be a rah-rah session. So I have to tell you my experience last night. I procrastinated, as I told you before, and didn't want to do my yoga, and did it and felt better, and kind of wanted to do a second sequence. I don't know why I talked myself out of it. That will be part of the personal revolution. But I was really excited this morning to get up and do my routine. And so I packed my son off to school. I drive him to school every morning. And then I came home, unrolled the mat, and just got to it. And I feel really amazing. I've been having some issues with my shoulders, as many of you know. Also some awful swelling in my ankles and legs. And when I go to bed at night, my legs hurt really bad. And this morning I woke up with no pain in my legs. So that was a nice second day beginning. And I'm really committed to this. And I promise you, I'm going to tell you the truth in my world. So if I don't practice one day, I'm going to tell you I didn't practice. But we're going to talk about this. I'm hoping I can be consistent every day, and I'm hoping you hold me to that. But I want to read you a little bit of the first chapter, just a tiny bit. Law 1 is seek the truth, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. I really love that. Now, in our class, when we get together, we talk about don't do the pose. Don't sacrifice the body for the pose. Encourage the body to do the pose, which means tell the truth about your fitness level. Tell the truth about your fear. And we're going to talk about my fear in just a moment. But tell the truth about your fear. If you're afraid to get into a pose, instead of saying, well, I can't do that, say, wow, my body does not want me to do that pose because I'm afraid I'll fall out of it. Be honest. Because it's only until you're honest that, and this is what I've been saying, it's only when you're honest with yourself that you don't get hurt in a yoga class or doing your private practice. So I want to read you this. It's off of his book, page 6. As philosopher Carl Rogers said, the curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change. You're beautiful, just the way you are. And so am I. And I accept my body for all of the good and all of the limitations that it has. Because if I just sit here and say I'm too clumsy, I'm too inflexible, I'm too fat to do yoga, when am I ever going to do it? Am I suddenly going to get balanced and unclumsy and unfat to then I can start yoga? No, that's not how that's going to work. In my classes, a lot of times, in our class, a lot of times, people will say to me, Sandy, I don't feel comfortable doing yoga on my own because I'm afraid I'm doing it wrong. Well, here's the truth. Your body's not going to let you hurt yourself. If you're in tune and you're really listening and you're really in the pose, which you know means your body is in the pose, your mind is in the pose, your heart is in the pose, your breath is in the pose. If all of those things are in the pose, you're doing it perfectly. You're fine. Secondly, if you, quote unquote, can't get into a pose, and you know how I feel about that, so what, right? So I'm going to talk to you about one of the poses he has us doing. It's a variation on boat. I'm not going to open the book. It's a variation on boat. And it's where actually all of your weight is on your hands and your feet are up in the air. You're going to see it when you open the book. And it's actually a core thing. It looks like it's an arm and shoulder strength thing, and it does help with that, but it's actually a core thing. Everything in yoga is a core thing. I can't do that pose yet. So what? So this is what I'm doing. I want you to look at the book, get onto your hands, and just put your feet in the position and just start to lean in. And tighten up those abs, tuck the pelvis, and just lean into your hands. Give your body a reason to say, yes, this is a good pose. Yes, I can do this pose. If you do that, I think you're going to find that you're going to awaken differently. One of the things that I found when I woke up this morning, I looked at this yoga routine that he has, and it's actually, we've done harder in our class. But I have to tell you, I felt it full on in my body, and I definitely felt it in my abs. So trust the process, trust the book. Okay, you're going to look at that pose and you're going to say, if I have to do that pose, I'm not doing this series, then don't do the pose. I want you to pick 3 of his poses that you like, quote unquote, and do them. But I want you to read the book, I want you to attempt the poses, and then you're going to begin the transformation. Believe in yourself like I believe in you. Do you remember the first time I had us doing inversions? You looked at me like I was crazy, and I am, but you did it, didn't you? And you did it. You believed, you got your body into the pose, and you did it successfully. I am so proud of you. Thank you for encouraging me on my journey, and I'm going to encourage you on yours. So tomorrow we'll chat some more. We'll see what's kind of going on tomorrow. Anyway, hope you have your book. Hope you're getting started. You can do it. Have a good day. Bye-bye.